Plaintiff Claretha Campbell says when she was in her 30s, she found out that her father had been intimate with the defendant's mother, who was married at the time. However, Claretha believes the defendant is a result of that affair, so she petitioned for a DNA test to see if they are half-siblings. Defendant Gayleen Tomlinson and her sister Deborah Curry say Gayleen had an amazing father, and when she found out he may not be her biological father, she was shocked. Gayleen claims her mother denied this affair until the day she died, so she's not sure what to believe.
And we are here for a DNA test.
Yes.
Siblings to determine that. Is that correct?
Yes.
Start with you then.
Just imagine being in your 30s, you find out that you might have a sister. Because,
Did you say you're 30?
no, I said 30. No. I said when I was 30.
You said at 30 years old. You say, imagine at 30 years old, Judge. That's what you said.
Well,
Didn't she?
I got the same thing.
She said, imagine at 30 years old. That's saying that I'm 30. That she's 30.
Right.
Not when I was 30.
Okay. That's
When
the
I
part
was
of it.
30.
All right. You look just a few years older than 30, not much more, like 35, 33.
Well, you making me feel good, but thank you.
Go ahead. Gotta clean that up.
Kind of calming me down now because I am so nervous, you know.
See, that's why I add a little levity or a little humor to things, because I know some folks are nervous when they come here. They don't know what type of day I'm having. They say we don't know what he on today, because he be on some stuff sometimes. And so I'm on some fun today. You don't have to worry about me being
Okay,
mean.
good.
Go ahead. So what did you find out when you were 30? What did you find out?
That I might have another sister.
How did you find that out?
Well, you know, where I live at is a very small town in Georgia. So everybody knows everyone, you know, just about. So in the 90s, early 90s, I found out, you know, a neighbor of mine called and said to come meet my
You
sister.
said I'm in the decade of the 90s.
Yes.
All right, you know me and you got to keep these
Oh,
years.
hey.
See, I'll make you feel better and better,
Listen,
right?
I'm
See,
from the South.
Your nervousness is
I'm from the South, okay?
Go ahead.
But anyway.
In your 90s, no, in the 90s, in the 90s.
In the 90s, a neighbor called and, you know, he told me to come over to meet my sister. Wow. And he said, it's his niece from New York. So I said,
You're referring to?
Gayleen.
Mm-hmm.
Plaintiff Claretha Campbell claims her father had an affair with the defendant's mother, and she believes the defendant may be a product of that affair. So she petitioned the court for a DNA test to see if they are siblings.
Go ahead.
So I called my dad and I asked him, you know, do we have a sister? And he said, well, you might. Gayleen's mother had told him that she could be his daughter. And because they had, you know, when she come home to visit, they had a relationship. And he said that, you know, they didn't press the issue because she was married and she moved back to New York.
She was already married when they had the relationship?
Yes. So when we met, we bonded.
And that was back then? It's when you all met?
Back then.
And what type of relationship have you all had since?
It was great. It's great.
Mm-hmm. You all don't live do you live in the same city now?
No, sir.
All right.
She lives in California and I'm in Georgia.
Okay. And you all just kind of, you visit with each other over
When
the
she
years?
comes home, we make sure we get together.
Okay.
Yeah, and she'll stay over and I cook her some Southern breakfast or dinner.
Good.
So, I mean, it's a
Give us a background
great
from you.
Well, I come from a very happy family. I come from a loving dad that I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. So when I found out that it might be a possibility at the age of 25 years old, back then, back in the day, that I possibly have a biological father other than the one that I've known to be mine, I was taken aback. I still am. I was at a family reunion getting my plate, and one of the ladies whispering loudly said, "She looks like one of the Palmer girls." And I'm thinking, well, some of us all look like somebody else, so, that's fine with me. And then somebody else said it, and I questioned it, and I asked my aunt, I said, everywhere I go, they kind of whispering about me and pointing at me. I said, what's going on? Well, baby, your aunt, your mother, she didn't tell you, but Tickle Palmer might be your daddy.
Who is this? I mean, what relations were these folks?
Great aunts. And they were, and it was just shocking,
You were in your 20s?
I was about 27 years old.
And you had seen them over the years in the past?
Yes, with my mother. When my mother accompanied me, nobody said a word. I was out there by myself. Oh, my mother, she was livid.
Wow.
She totally denied, said that everybody's lying but her. And of course, I believed my mother. But then I come back again in 5 years, and here we go again.
What happened 5 years later?
I came back out again, and then I stayed and visited my sister because I met her, and she was so friendly and loving. I just took to her. Mm-hmm. And I said, anything is possible because I know your parents do the best to protect you. And my mom was married. I said, so it could have happened. So we did bond, but I still had doubt in my mind. I need to know I've been through cancer. I've been sick. I got double cancer. So I just wanted to know, but I don't want anybody to be my dad but my dad. Yeah, I'm going to welcome her and love her regardless. But my dad was the best dad ever.
And what does your mother tell you?
My mother, she's dead. She's passed. But even when she got older and maybe ill, she said that is not true. She had nothing she had not an affair with him. My daddy is my daddy, and do not believe that mess. So that made me torn. And when Claretha asked me, she said, Gayleen, are you going along with being my sister just because, you don't want to hurt our feelings and stuff? I said, I do love you. I really do have grown. But yes, I am, because I am in denial as well.
How long prior to your mother passing did she tell you that wasn't the case?
My mother denied until she's passed.
That's what I meant. She had always said no.
Would get hot.
You say you asked her how many months or years before she passed. What I'm trying to get to is the closer a person gets to transition, the more likely they are to tell the truth.
About 8 or 9 years ago, just before her passing. She was.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
6 months before, a year before?
I say about maybe about 6 months before.
Okay, you said, Mom, okay.
Yeah, I asked her again. I know she wasn't doing that well. And then, when they get a little sick, they have a fear. She was saying, I don't want to die alone. She was talking this dying nonsense or whatever. So I asked her again, and she adamantly, she denied it.
Plaintiff Claretha Campbell claims her father had an affair with the defendant's mother. She believes the defendant may be a product of that affair. So she petitioned the court for a DNA test to see if they are siblings.
And what do you believe?
I want to believe she's my sister because I really love her.
But from your things you've heard, tell me what you've heard over the years.
Well, the thing is, that's when I first heard it, back when we were 30. And like I said,
there's never been any other input from others since then. All right, you found out when you were 30. Now you're 35.
Yeah.
And so since that time, over the course of that time, have you heard anything different? She is telling me about folks that are messy.
Aunts, yeah.
They are messy. Her great aunts, in my opinion,
Uncles.
are messy to bring this stuff to her as a young lady. And to keep it going, it sounds like. So much so that she's still pursuing the truth. And so my point was, what has been happening with you since that time? They never let her go from the messiness. Did you ever have to be subjected to the messiness of the gossip among family members?
No. And just
that's what
really,
this really is.
Really, I didn't never try to force it neither. When we found out that we were sisters, we left it alone right there. So, but just lately, I asked my dad again. And he said, far as I know, she said, I could have been. I could be. But after she passed and she said I wasn't, he said, then this is where I stand. He wants to know also. So I told him, I said, okay. I called her. I said, well, do you want to let's go on Judge Mathis' show to get our DNA? And she said, yes. So I said, Dad, come
For
on.
him to be the father,
Mm-hmm.
he would have had an affair with a married woman
I guess that would happen.
and vice versa. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, he took upon me. He told me that he was my dad. He told me he was.
It was only your mom and your
And my
mom
aunt,
was the
yeah,
most
my
adamant.
mother's the only one down there denying it. Yes.
Your mother was the only
Yeah,
one.
she was
Up
adamant.
until her
We
death.
would get in fights. I
Yeah.
would like, Mom, please tell me, and get angry and stuff. She said, I don't know why they're doing this to you, because I said it's kind of embarrassing when people are pointing at you and you have your which known to be your dad back there. It's you should have been able to tell me that. And she says no. So
Well, let's go with Mama. I usually go with mamas.
Yeah.
Men don't tell the truth at a higher rate when relationships than women. Women are usually a lot more honest. And with that regard, I'm going to go with what she says. And I don't know if you would like that, the fact that there might not be, or Mama says you all are not related. And for y'all to be related, somebody had to have an affair. I know you're ready to find out the truth, so let's get to it. But let's go with Mama. I usually go with mamas.
Yeah.
Men don't tell the truth at a higher rate when relationships than women. Women are usually a lot more honest. And with that regard, I'm going to go with what she says. And I don't know if you would like that, the fact that there might not be, or Mama says you all are not related. And for y'all to be related, somebody had to have an affair. And I guess this time, can't believe the woman.
Wow.
My mother?
So we sisters?
You all siblings?
Oh. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so happy. We have come to this closure. Oh my
I
God.
know. It's just, finally I know.
Yes. Yes.
It's real. We are sisters.
Oh my goodness.
It just
I
took
am-
so long. It shouldn't have taken this long.
Well, it was.
never taken
We
this long.
just wanted to.
I thank Judge Mathis.
Yes, I do. I really.
And now I know.
appreciate
Thank you.
This.
It's a double sword with me. A total double sword. I'm happy she's my sister, but I love my dad so much. I wouldn't want anybody else to be my dad.
Right.
But I will accept it because I do have someone that's living now that I can get to know better.
Right.
So that's a blessing.
Plaintiff James McKee Jr. says when he started dating the defendant, she was married. James claims after a year, the defendant said she was pregnant with her husband's baby. But once the child was born, the defendant said James may be the father, so he petitioned the court for a paternity test. Defendant Donna Knott says when she was 6 months pregnant, she told James that he was not her child's father after he physically assaulted her. However, Donna insists she made it clear that James was her son's father, but he has refused to accept paternity.
You are here today, the both of you, to determine the paternity of your son.
Yes, sir.
So why don't you give me some background on this?
Yes, sir. In year 2007, I met Donna, and actually I was going to grocery shopping to get food for my children, and I met her and gave her a ride home, and that's
Do
how
you have a cute baby with you, or a dog, a small dog?
Oh no, sir, by myself.
Okay, because guys go there now to pick up single women, and they
No.
carry their dogs, which women think are cute. And
In that case,
that
I was-
generates a conversation, or they'll have the baby with them. and that generates a conversation.
But in that case, I was thinking about my 5 children that I had at home.
How old was the youngest back then?
The youngest was about like
07?
about 14.
Okay, I see why you didn't try that.
Yes, sir.
All right, so however you did meet this lovely lady, and how did that go?
We went to, well, actually the same day, she called me, we hooked up, and called me and asked me to come to a party. And I went to a party with her. And after that, we still hung out a little bit, and took her to my home. And the same night, we had sex. And I turned around, I'd say about a couple of days later, she told me she was married. And that's how, married but separated. And then after that, I turned around and found out that about a year later, she come and told me that she was pregnant, and I wasn't.
You all dated for a year?
About a year, yes, sir.
Okay.
And she told me she was pregnant, but I was not the father.
She told you that?
Yes, sir. She told me I was not the father, and I didn't pursue it because she had told me that I was not the father. Mm-hmm. About a year later, she come and told me that I was the father. And prior to that, I went to the hospital to visit her. We were still seeing each other as a friend. And I went to visit her. When I got to the hospital, she told me that her husband had signed a birth certificate. So that let me believe that I was not the father at all.
All right, well, sounds like you had a reasonable assumption. Let me hear from you, ma'am.
Yes, he's right. We met in 2007. Yeah, he saw me walking down the road. He asked me what my name was.
Down the road?
Yeah, I was walking down the road. I was walking down the road from the store. I guess he was coming from the grocery store.
Okay.
He asked me my name, and I gave him my name, and started talking about my appearance, talking about my beautiful smile, and after that we started dating, kicking in, and stuff like that. So, and then
dated for nearly a year?
Nearly a year, until things had went down here after I had got my own place and stuff, But he still was coming around.
Why did things go downhill?
Because basically, he had got needy, and, he got needy and very stingy, and, it wasn't working out.
You wanted him to pay for that apartment you had got?
I wanted help with his son. I wanted help with his son.
His son was living? Okay.
Yeah, his son.
His son was living at that point?
Yes, sir.
Told me she was married, and that's how married but separated. About a year later, she come and told me that she was pregnant, and I wasn't.
You all dated for a year?
About a year, yes, sir.
Okay.
And she told me she was pregnant, but I was not the father.
She told you that?
Yes, sir. About a year later, she come and told me that I was the father.
Defendant Donna Knott says the plaintiff is her child's father, but the plaintiff has denied paternity since her son was born. So she agreed to take a DNA test today.
Did you ever tell him the child wasn't his?
When I was pregnant, I was like 6 months pregnant, I had told him, because we had gotten into a real bad fight, and he had put his hands on me. So I had told him that it wasn't his anyway. And then later on down the line.
Why'd you do that?
Because he had put his hands on me, and I was
That's
very
the only
angry.
thing you could say? How about the police?
I called the police. I called the
Well, it
police.
doesn't sound like you needed to put the child in the middle of it.
Yeah,
but go
I did.
ahead. You told him that, and now we're here.
Yes,
what happened after that?
And then after I had my baby, he's still coming around and stuff like that. Okay, all of a sudden that, he got married. Then he stopped hanging, coming around, and,
You all got married?
No, he got married.
Okay.
He got married. And then I was...
Went back to the store.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You found something at that store, Doc.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he had got married. But I had been telling James the whole time that, after that incident, that the child was his, and he kept still denying it. So
Why would he say it wasn't his? What would he tell you?
He said, well, Donna, we need to get a DNA test. I said, well, James, go down
Did he
there.
say, well, no, we weren't around at that point, or no, I understand you were dealing with someone else at that point. In this case, you were married but separated.
Yes, I was still married. I was still married.
I know,
at the
but
time.
what did he say when he said, I don't believe it's mine? Did he give you any
He
reason?
said,
That
Donna, he just told me, Donna, we need to get a DNA test. And I said, James, go get one.
Did you say anything to her about why you wanted one?
Because she told me that I wasn't the father.
So you
And-
told her that? You said, I don't believe I'm the father because you told me I wasn't?
Well, actually, I told her, let's go and get a DNA.
She said that you weren't the father more than once?
Yes, sir, she did. And then turned around. I went down. I asked her to meet me down to the DNA. I think her best friend is deceased now, but she told her the same thing. Said, Donna, this man is trying to find out is his son is yours, and which I did. I tried, Your Honor.
She didn't show up?
She didn't show up. She kept giving me a runaround. I even asked her, say, let's go to Walmart and let's get a test. Buy a test together. She told me no. She said, you buy it. I said, well, let's go half on it. If it's our child, let's do it together.
What year was this? How old was the child?
I can't remember.
Over 2, over 3?
Oh, maybe about 3 to 4.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
6.
Okay. Well, ma'am, 6 when what happened?
When he was talking about going to Walmart and get a DNA test, and I told him, I said, I can't afford it because I ain't have no income then.
At the time, sir, I had my children and that nature, you know.
If you want to really know about
Right.
your son.
That's
the other
true.
part is, ma'am, he had it scheduled where? At the...
DCF.
and
They
you
call
never
it.
showed up.
Yes, I did. He wasn't there.
He didn't show up.
No, he wasn't
Oh,
there.
my.
Cause I had
You showed up and he
yes,
didn't.
he wasn't
He
there.
says he showed up and you
Yes.
didn't. And you say you only told him once that the child
Yep,
wasn't
that
yours.
was it once.
Okay,
That's
but
all.
I'm inclined to believe him because anyone that would deny paternity to a person when they know it's not the case, that's kind of one of the most deceptive things you can do. A person is thinking that my child, you're pregnant with my child, then boom, out of the blue, it's not your child. Just because you mad. So because you mad, you put your child in play. And now we're here. You say it was 6 years and you all were still debating about whether to go and get a test.
I didn't know how
I'm
much
not
it
sure
was.
how much you all care about this child, to be quite frank. You're talking about you couldn't afford a test because you got 4 or 5 other kids. You can afford to go to that grocery market and look for women. And you can't just go there and walk around. You got to buy something. And you, ma'am, you around here telling him that it's not his child, thinking that's not going to throw it into question. I would be devastated. I would be angry. I would be
concerned.
taking every test known to man.
That's right. And I was concerned, Your Honor. I really was, you know, but after she had the couple of times she told me that it wasn't mine, you know, and I raised 5 more other children, you know, and from baby on up. You know, I'm not.
Now the child went 6 years without his father.
Yes, sir.
Because mama played games with the paternity.
Yes, sir.
Which happens a lot, whether it's male or female. People put that child in the middle and damage the child because of their own little selfish issue about being upset or mad about something. Yeah, it's wrong if he assaulted you. Hopefully the justice system worked and you received justice, but that had nothing to do with you lying to this man intentionally about paternity because the two of you had a dispute. You know, you get back at the man or the woman, but that's not who suffers. The child suffers. It's like I have women come in or men who say, well, I don't want this child support. You know, I say, did you get child support? Because they'll complain first. We're poor and he won't give me any money. Well, he never gave you any money. Did you ever ask? Did you ever go to child support? No, because I didn't want his money. Well, the money is not for you.
That's right.
The money is for the child. So you're denying the child what the child is entitled to, a father, and financial support because of your little dispute with the man. All right, let me see whether you're the father, sir, and whether you've missed out on years because the mother played games with whether you were the father or not. I know you had them other 5 kids. I know you wasn't that anxious. You're right. Anyone that would deny paternity to a person when they know it's not the case, that's kind of one of the most deceptive things you can do. A person is thinking that my child, you're pregnant with my child, then boom, out of the blue, it's not your child. Just because you mad. So because you mad, you put your child in play. And now we're here.
Defendant Donna Knott says the plaintiff is her child's father, but the plaintiff has denied paternity since her son was born. So she agreed to take a DNA test today.
All right, you're the father, sir. 99% chance that you're the father. You glad to hear that? It's going.
Yeah, well, I'm not glad to hear it, but I would do all I can to help her take care of the child, sir, and be as a father. Because
How old is the child?
He's 8.
All right, sir. That child is 8 years old. It's not as if the child is grown or even a teenager. That sounds like an answer for some child who's 16, 17 or over. I'll do what I can because his life is already established and he's on his way. And so I'll just chip in and try and establish something. The child is 8. You can do everything. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, while she was pregnant, she drunk the whole 9 months while she's pregnant.
Yeah, right.
And a
Seriously?
dead coke probably too. And I hear the child is kind of like
Underdeveloped?
Yes, sir.
Mentally?
Yes, sir. So I'm
You want to say something, sir? Stand up. State your name.
My name's Theodore Phillips. I'm with the child every day. He's not underdeveloped at all.
Okay.
He grew up to be very handsome.
Listen.
Thank you.
The child started kindergarten or first
Yes,
grade?
he's finna be in the 2nd grade.
All right. No, the teachers don't say anything about behavior or anything
sir.
of that nature?
No.
Cute.
Okay. Look just like you. I don't know what you think. But you haven't seen him. When was the last time you seen him?
It's been a while since.
Like what?
Maybe about 6 months ago.
Okay.
At his birthday party.
Be quiet. You told him it wasn't his son.
Yeah, the last baby you had was born on my birthday. If he was my,
That's
the
your
other
baby
boy-
too?
Oh, no, it's from another guy.
What point you making?
It's
Sounds like it is.
It's another guy's
You
baby.
got 2. You want to test for that?
No. I already know that ain't
She
he.
already know that, but the last baby was born on my birthday.
Good.
I'm like, wow. But she's saying the other boy was mine. He was born October the 20th.
What do you have to do with whether it's yours or not when they were born? Have a good day. I'm glad you're a father.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. I'm gonna be in the child's life and help raise him and raise him to be a good young man, and that's the best I can do.
I don't mind him being in his life, but just step up, building what he's been doing.
I'm just glad it's over and he knows that that's his child and he can take care of his child.
I hear that.
And now, a special throwback update as one of the litigants is back in Judge Mathis's courtroom. Plaintiff Donna Knott met the defendant when she started dating her son, and she tried to be a mother figure to her since she lost her mom at a young age. However, Donna's suing her today for unpaid rent and gas money. Defendant Trinity Potter says she had a rough upbringing because she was molested as a child, and a few years ago she was raped while out with some friends. Trinity says she broke up with Donna's son after he gave her a black eye, and she denies owing Donna for anything.
Start with you.
Yes, sir. You probably. I was here in 2018. I came for a DNA test.
Okay.
For one of my sons, my kids, and come to find out he was the dad. So you helped me out with that. So now I need you to help me out with this.
All right.
With my son's ex-girlfriend.
Glad to be able
Me
to
and
help.
her, yes. I met her like 2 years ago. When her and my son started talking, and we became real close. Real close cause. We used to hang out together, like mother and daughter, basically like that. And, cause her mom, she lost her mom a couple of years ago, so I came in, tried to be that mother figure for her and stuff like that. So.
How about her and your son?
They still talk off and on, but I don't know if they are back official again or not. So.
Let me get some background from her.
I just turned 18 about a week ago. I had a pretty rough childhood. I had found when I was little, I was molested by one of my family members, but I was too scared to ever tell anybody for real. And I never really told anybody about that except my sister, but I didn't want her to tell anybody else because it had been so long since that had happened to me. I was about 3 or 4 when that happened. I really didn't want it to be brought up anymore. Okay. And then when I turned 16 a couple years later, I was with some friends, and then I had ended up taking a pill. And then a pill when I was with a group of friends hanging out, and it had caused me to black out. And after I had blacked out, when I had woke up from blacking out, I had known that I had been sexually assaulted. So after all of that, I had went to my dad's house, and the police was called because my dad knew something was wrong with me. The police was called, so the police had took me to the hospital, and I had a rape kit done on me. And I'm sorry, it's an emotion to talk about this, but I had a rape kit done on me, and that rape kit confirmed that I had been raped. And so a little bit after that, like she said, I had lost my mom when I was 16, so I had turned to her as a...
Take your time.
There you go.
I turned to Miss Donna as a mother figure, and she was there for me and stuff. I still call her mom to this day because after even with all of this, she was still there for me. But
Defendant Trinity Potter dated and lived with the plaintiff's son, but she claims she broke up with him after he gave her a black eye.
Well, hope folks who think it's fun and games to get drunk, take pills, and have sex with people who are unable to consent see the long-term effect.
yes,
It's
sir.
It's just not the next day. It's just not the next year. It's the rest of your life. You still think about it, cry about it, still troubles you.
Yes, sir.
And sorry to hear that you're hurt, but you know, you're doing a little benefit today to society for people to see how long that pain lasts. It's just not that day, that week, that year. But you made it through the rain. You're not a drug addict, right?
No, sir.
Yeah, you're not killing the pain with crack or heroin. You're standing up strong. So I'm glad to see that, and I'm glad to see you had a concerned mother figure in your life. So what about her son? What's the deal on that? I keep trying to get to this gossip. Y'all won't let me have no gossip. This show is about gossip. Y'all don't know that yet? Me and Dora like to hear gossip. Now, we ease a little law in between, but primarily we want to hear some juicy stories. Now, what about her son? Is he all right by you? What's his deal? Uh-oh. Nobody want to talk about him. Is he free? Does he have his freedom?
Yeah, he's free.
I don't know why y'all scared to talk about him.
I guess they still, you know, they still
You still with him? Whatever. Let's get to this case. I was trying to get some, y'all don't want to, y'all coming here like you got a secret. Is the man the undercover FBI or something? You can't acknowledge that he exists? He's deep undercover CIA? And when somebody mentions him, you just got to close up, because otherwise the nation would be put at risk because he's over there working in a deep cover CIA operation, and so you just can't even say he exists. All right,
talk to
that's
him
what
every
he
day.
is. Give him my regards and thank him on my behalf for helping to advance the cause of democracy.
Oh, man.
Gotta be, something's got to be.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not back together with him.
We're not talking. You can't talk about him. All right, so either that or he's so deep in the streets he gave him that warning on the way. Don't let my name come out your mouth when they get on there. Mama, you know I ain't for none of that foolishness going on there telling my business. And girl, you know, don't you tell my business to Judge Mathis, because I know what kind of cat he is. Don't let my name come out your mouth. That's what he told y'all. Tell the truth.
No.
All right,
No,
get
you
on to the
didn't.
case. $300. How does she owe you for the rent and gas money?
Okay. She and my son came and moved in with me, and then when they got there, I told them he paid $300 a month rent, and he paid me gas money. $100 a month for gas, for taking him back and forth to work. I told her she paid me $200 a month rent and $100 gas for taking him back, taking her back and forth to work and stuff like that. So we made the agreement. So my son, he's still at home, but she left, and she still haven't paid my money yet.
Defendant Trinity Potter dated and lived with the plaintiff's son, but she claims she broke up with him after he gave her a black eye.
Go ahead.
I've been texting her, trying to get I've got a response for her, and she got these, saying that she she wasn't gonna pay me. She's gonna pay me, but I'm trying to figure out when she was gonna pay me because I used all my funds trying to help her out, make sure she got back and forth to work, and I helped her get the job, taking her to get the job and stuff like that, helped her get back and forth to work, make sure she had everything she needed, and then she turned around and do me like that.
Why did she move out?
Well, my son got to an argument.
What do you say to this, young lady?
The original agreement about the rent was not for me to pay $200. It was for me to pay $150. I offered to pay $250 so me and him could split it in half because they ended up getting into an altercation because he didn't want to pay that much rent. He felt like she shouldn't have been charging him that much. So I offered to diffuse the situation. I told him that we could split it and both pay $250 and $250, so it would be $500 a month for her. And the reason that I moved out, as you can see on page 7, 8, and 9, we got into an altercation and he blacked my eye. That's why I left.
That's not. That wasn't true.
What's not true, man? Hold on. What's not true, man?
Talking about my son blacked her eye. First she said that she got jumped, and I don't know what happened, but she said she got.
And why are you saying he didn't do it?
He said he didn't. He said he didn't do it.
Okay, but how can you just conclude?
He said because at first she said he got jumped, so I believe she got jumped. And then when I started saying I'm going to take her to court,
who did she tell she got jumped?
She told me and my son, and
she told you that?
Yes, sir.
Who did she say jumped her?
I don't know. I was.
You didn't ask?
I said who jumped you, and she said some girls had jumped her. So
she didn't say who the girls were or where they were?
Nope.
You didn't ask?
Nuh-uh.
You didn't care?
I cared.
Why
cared
didn't you ask?
I was taking her to the doctor and everything.
For the bruise?
For the black eye?
To the doctor for this?
No, sir. My coworker.
For the black eye? For the swollen eye? Oh, that's what we're talking about. Ma'am. Hello? We're talking about her saying that your son blackened her eye, beat her. You said she told you someone else did it.
Yes, sir.
So my question is, did you further ask about the girl that you have looking up to you as a mother figure, living in your household with your son? Did you say, who were the girls?
Yes, sir.
Where can we find them?
I said, who they is? I said, how somebody's gonna jump you? And she said, well, that girl, they jumped me. I said, well, where you at? Where you at? And she said, they was outside, her and my son was outside, and I was back there in the room. And I said, well, Trinity, who jumped you? Then the conversation just ended like that. So I said, well,
you said her and your son were outside.
My son and I guess some other children was outside too. Some other people was outside too. So this is what she telling me. This is what she telling me. So
no, that's not what she's telling me though.
And then the whole time I thought she said somebody jumped her, and the whole time she was back and forth.
Did her man look for the person who jumped her? Did you call your son her man?
I said.
Hold on, ma'am. Let me finish because you're talking in circles. You're not making sense, or you're being dishonest. It's one of the three. So let me get some clarity.
Okay.
When your son's girlfriend, the woman who looks at you as a mother figure, came and said, look, I got jumped on and I got a black eye. Did you ever say anything to your son about it?
I said, how I get black Junior? He said, my mom know. I don't know, mom.
Defendant Trinity Potter dated and lived with the plaintiff's son, but she claims she broke up with him after he gave her a black eye.
He wouldn't even try to find out who beat his own woman? Your son wouldn't do that? You don't know nothing about it?
I said, Trinity, what happened to your eye? Because I didn't know.
I'm talking about your son. Listen to me carefully.
Okay.
Did your son show any interest in finding out who jumped on and blackened the eye of the live-in woman that he had?
Nope.
He never showed any interest. That's because he did it. That's because he did it. And you can sit here and defend it all you want. That's why he's not here in court. That's why you're suing this young lady for over $200 when she's been beaten and blackened by your son. Thank God you got out of there. How much do you owe her?
I really don't believe I should owe her. And because I had all that emotion, and besides my eye being black and my face, I had an orbital fracture around my face.
All right, did you press charges against him?
No,
Did you file a police report?
One of my family members did.
You have any evidence of that?
I don't have that, but my...
Did you know his family member charged him?
Nope. I didn't even know he had a warrant because I just turned him in last week. I didn't even know he had a warrant.
Turned him in for what?
For what she said.
You turned him in?
Yes.
How?
Because they said...
You called the police and said, come get him? What do you mean?
No, I took him down and turned him in.
Okay.
Yeah, I turned him in. I took him down.
And he admitted doing it?
No. This case still pending.
Okay. And that's true?
Yes, sir.
All right, case is pending. All right.
I took him down now.
Well, the police can deal with it. You've spoken with them and given all your side, and you seen a report yet of what his side is?
Yes, sir.
What did he say happened?
His side of the story was I got jumped. Well, originally when I had an escort to go and get my stuff, the original story was that I was just staying the night over there when all of that happened and I got like that. Because it happened.
The night where?
It happened.
At her house?
Yeah, it happened like at 3 o'clock in the morning. And when that happened, he punched me. He took me on the porch, and then I ran in the room to her as soon as it happened. After he hit me in my eye.
And you don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember she came in there, and then I didn't know he had hit her.
Bye-bye. Your claim is dismissed, ma'am. Have a good day. You perjured yourself.
All right.
Bye-bye. Said you know nothing about it. She came right to you in the same moment.
I feel as though you should have went about this in a different way and like at least been more considerate.
You gave my money, and I got a text message saying you owe me my money, and that ain't fair. All I did for you, and you turn around and do me like that.
Yeah, but you lied to the police.
No, I didn't. What police? I ain't lied to no police.
When they came over there, you told them that you didn't know anything, and I was only staying the night there, and that I told y'all that I got jumped.
No, you moved in. How you gonna come get your stuff then if you didn't move in?
This was after the fact that it happened after he blacked my eye.
Plaintiff Katanya Pittman says she and the defendant have a 15-year-old son together. But when she was pregnant, she broke up with the defendant because she discovered he was cheating. Katanya petitioned the court for a paternity test, and she's suing for emotional distress because of the turmoil this has caused her son. Defendant Eric Walker says he never believed that he was the father of Katanya's son because she got pregnant while dating another man. Eric says he was forced to pay child support because his name was on the birth certificate. So he's countersuing for the overpayment of child support and emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Well, Your Honor, I am here on behalf of my son, Jakeem Walker. He's 15 years old, and I'm petitioning the court for a DNA test because Eric is denying that he's the father.
Is that true?
Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor.
Your Honor, let me just say that I met Eric Walker when I was in high school. We were high school sweethearts. We also have a daughter together. She's 18 years old. So we had her in August of 1990. At that point, Eric went to college, and my daughter was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. So he came back to be with us. And because of everything that was going on with her, we decided that we were going to have another child. At that point, Eric and myself.
The two of you agreed?
Yes, sir.
No, there wasn't no agreement.
Sir, we agreed because was on February.
He just said he didn't, but go ahead.
It was on February, Valentine's Day, 1993.
Okay.
Eric had made this whole little dinner for me. He made like candle-lit dinner, everything, and bought me this cute little outfit. I mean, it was really nice because we were trying to make another baby. So at that point, 3 weeks went by. Eric Walker went and got the pregnancy test. We both did the pregnancy test. Your Honor, he was excited. We both were excited, okay?
Did that happen?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Right.
Your Honor, we were excited about it. And then about 2 months to 3 months, I started to see a change in Eric. I found out that he had at least 3 to 7 children.
Outside of
us, yes, sir. And then I know he has 11 kids right now.
11?
11.
No, sir, Your Honor.
How many do you have?
I do have 10 kids.
Your Honor.
I do take care of them. I mean, I take care of my kids. I love my kids.
Any of them live with you?
Yes, 3 of them.
Okay. How about the other 7? Any of them adults?
Yes, my 18-year-old daughter.
How many minors that don't live with you? 5, 6?
No, I could say about 6.
All right, you're up to date on your child support?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, Your Honor, after which I found out that he was cheating, and I just didn't want to deal with it, being that I had already went through so much stuff with my daughter, and I just didn't want to deal with it. I left him, and I started to date someone else.
This was after.
This was after my pregnancy. Yes.
Had you delivered your son?
No, I was at least about 3 months.
All right.
3 to 4 months.
Okay.
Your Honor, she was pregnant in January. She said we made the baby in February, but she was pregnant in January. She was already pregnant.
But you said it wasn't yours, so how would you even know?
Ma'am,
That's why I know it wasn't mine.
When did your pregnancy begin?
I know February 14th. That's when we had decided that we were going to.
But you should also know when your pregnancy began.
February of 1993.
All right. You have any evidence that it was January?
Yeah, my recollections.
Okay.
My mind, I know.
That's not evidence.
Believe me, it's
that's
evidence.
your opinion. So what happened when your son arrived?
My son arrived. He was there. Eric Walker was there at the hospital with me, as well as my boyfriend that I was dating. But my boyfriend left because he didn't want to get involved in what we had going on, which was fine. So
when did you start dating the gentleman again?
I had started dating him about 3 months.
No, what month did you start?
I started dating him actually at the end of March.
January.
The end of March.
1 month. One month after the time you believe you were pregnant.
Yes, sir. Because I found out that he was cheating. So anyway, Your Honor.
When did you find out you were pregnant?
I found out about 3 weeks because we were excited about it.
When did you find out I was cheating?
Quiet, sir. So the beginning of March is when you found out you were pregnant.
Yes.
In the end of March, 3 or so weeks later, is when you began dating someone else.
Yes, sir.
All right. So do you see how he could be confused?
Yes, I do. Your Honor, he didn't start denying that my son was well into the world at that point. He was
during the pregnancy. If you call during the pregnancy well into the world,
my son was at least 6 to 7 years old when he had inklings, or he was just
prior to that. He believed he was the father.
Yes,
and he acted like the father. He performed fatherly duties.
Yes,
is that true?
No, sir, Your Honor.
All right. So you've never performed fatherly duties.
Your Honor, the first time she brought Jakeem home. You know, I have kids. I know you can feel the love for your child. I just didn't feel that bond. I didn't feel that connection. I can actually remember the date. I didn't feel a connection.
You were 2 days old. What did you expect?
I mean, when you hold them, you can feel like a bond. You can feel that love. I mean, I'm pretty sure you got kids yourself. I felt it with my daughter, and I knew Will
How
at
about
that time.
the other 9?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, wow.
Like I said, I ain't got no.
Tell me the feeling.
But it's a feeling. It's a bond. It's a special type of love. It's a special feeling that you feel.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I got 10 kids. I ain't got no reason to deny one. You know, now,
that makes sense. That's a good point.
I mean, why would I do that? I mean, I got reasons to believe other than just the fact that.
By her own admission, she began dating someone else within 3 to 4 weeks after she became pregnant. So I can see how you would be a little concerned as to whether it was your child, and perhaps a little bothered by it. Tell me what happened since that time.
Put it like this, Your Honor. Before he was even born, me and Katanya was having problems. So I felt like I was very jealous at the time. And so I called myself, well, hey, let me go ahead and let her go out and date and let her prove to her.
You told her to date?
Well, I told her that she can go. Yes, I did.
Ma'am, is this true?
That is not true, Your
Come on,
Honor.
sir. Let's get to what happened after the baby was delivered.
Well, let me tell you, the baby got there. The baby got there.
I know how the baby got there. You don't have to tell me.
Right.
The birds and the bees. That's how the baby got there. Now, one more time. How did you respond? Did you respond as a father would for several years? Did you continue to deny for several years? Or did you just start denying? Tell me.
I kept denying, Your Honor. Because when I came
From the beginning?
From the beginning. When he was born, she took me to child support. We went there and they asked me, was it my child? I told her no. But they said, well, you signed the birth certificate, so you're responsible.
All right. You didn't say I'm going to take a DNA test to prove I'm not?
It was too late. They said, well, you signed the birth certificate and that's it. They said it don't matter what you do from this point.
Okay. You went to the wrong court, or you're not telling me the truth. Go ahead. So what has happened over the years, aside from you paying child support, as you claim?
over the years, only thing that's been going on basically, I mean, Katanya continually tells me that the child is mine. She never once said that the child was not mine.
No, I never agreed.
Never agreed, never admitted,
Okay.
not one time.
How old are you, young man? 15 years, and you haven't taken a DNA test.
I know, exactly.
You have to come here to get a DNA test while this young man is being confused.
Yes. So we had already established that.
You established
Jakeem-
what? You ain't established the truth until you
she
get a
did.
DNA test.
She did.
Let's get the DNA results. Talking about you've established something.
And the only person that's suffering here is my son. The only person that's suffering is Jakeem.
What overpayment of child support are you suing for?
He never paid child
Payment
support.
period.
Show me evidence.
I don't have that with me.
I know you
Because
don't.
he never paid.
Eric Walker is the father. Look
Told
at it,
ya.
you low life.
Told you. So much.
Playing with this young man's mind.
I just want
don't
him
even
to
care
be-
what you do necessarily with you and her relationship, but to play with this young man's mind like that, pay child support, and at the same time deny him for 15 years. Certainly, if you could pay child support over 15 years, you had $500 to get a DNA report to determine whether this young man was yours so that he doesn't have to walk around here confused, not knowing whether you lying or not. $5,000 for the plaintiff. Your case is dismissed. Go to child support and get every single year that he has missed for 15 years. Have a good day.
It's nothing I can say to him right now that could
It's a whole
actually
lot
take
you could
away.
say to him.
That could take away 15 years of not knowing who his father is.
I feel relieved. I feel I'm excited because I'm glad that Jakeem doesn't have that weight on him. You know, he had a lot of weight. He was angry. So now that's gone. He can move on with his life. I can move on with my life.
Plaintiff Akeisha Daniels started dating the defendant 7 years ago, and 5 months after she got pregnant with his child, she discovered he was married. Akeisha petitioned the court for a paternity test because she claims the defendant has been telling people that he's not her son's father, and she's suing for child support and defamation. Defendant Xavier Bradley insists he has never denied his child and has been there for his son since the day he was born. Xavier says regardless of the outcome of the paternity test, he will continue to be a father to his son since he's the only father he's ever known.
All right, prove your case.
Okay, I met Mr. Bradley roughly 7 years ago. We met real early and started dating. He moved in with me.
How long after dating?
Probably about 2 to 3 months, I would say. After then, I became pregnant. I found out I was pregnant around May of 2003. Mr. Bradley, I believe, was incarcerated at the time. When I went to Benton Harbor, Michigan to pick him up, I told him that I was pregnant. Roughly when I was 5 months pregnant, I found out that Mr. Bradley was still married.
But was he pregnant by you? You said
Yeah, he was pregnant by me. Well, I was pregnant by him.
I was wanting to make
Yes,
sure
sir.
the man had been in jail. I don't know who was pregnant. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was pregnant by him.
This is 03.
03, still 03. It was still his wife at the time. She sent a letter asking for a divorce. I didn't know Mr. Bradley was even married at all. He had never told me that he was married until I received this letter at my address. I'm here suing him for defamation of character and back child support.
From 03?
No, I'm suing for the back child support from...
And the defamation is from
The defamation is from the past couple of years. We've had problems with trying to get the... the DNA test of my son.
Okay. And that's why you're suing for child support also?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me hear from you, sir.
First of all, I never denied my child. I've been there since day one.
And that's 2003?
Yes, sir. I saw him come out the womb. I mean, I supported my child, not only my child, 2 of our other kids.
Is that right?
He helped in the household, but
helped how?
When he finally received a job, he was helping paying some of the bills in the household.
So he did support. Go ahead.
The defamation of character, I don't know where that come in at.
You all live together?
Yes. When I moved in for like 2003, when we did start dating, I was there for like we were together for like 6, 7 years. You know, my son
living together?
Yes, sir.
All right, is that true?
That's true.
What type of work did you begin after being released?
Well, I did numerous of jobs before I got one that I obtained for 3 years. I was telemarketing.
Good. And you've had steady work for the most part?
For the most part,
and
yes.
You still have something on your record?
Yeah, I'm actually fighting a case now.
Okay, trying to get an expungement or
yes.
something? All right, good. Did you obtain a skilled trade or education above high school? Or?
Yes, I've been to college. Actually, 2 universities. I went to UAPB and Philander Mill.
Good. And the reason I'm asking, I just want other people who are watching, particularly those who are either incarcerated or have been incarcerated, ex-offenders, to see that you can overcome your past.
Oh yeah. I mean, I admit, like I say, when I wasn't working, you know, when I couldn't find a job, I admit I was out. I was in the streets. I was hustling, but
yeah. So many are like that, but the fact is when they get that wake-up call in prison, hopefully when they come out, they do as you did.
Well, I never went to prison. It was
jail, prison, same thing.
I mean, but
locked up. Let me get back to her. We got a little off subject, but I wanted to just give you a little props for at least changing your life to an extent that you don't have to engage in criminal conduct. Go ahead, ma'am. You're telling me, and I thought you were trying to tell me, that he never provided support. When did you all stop living together?
It's been three years. I would say 3
and so
years.
your child support that you're requesting goes back to 3 years?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
And he hasn't paid anything in 3 years?
I've received $100.
Okay, sir. Why is that?
This year.
That's not true.
All right. The defamation, how does he owe you for defamation?
He has given several people that we're in common with that my son isn't his. He's told this to them. He's also spoke this to his witness. And I have pictures and...
But how is that defamation? Defamation is stating something that you know to be untrue with the intention of harming someone's reputation, and it indeed does harm the reputation. So with the child support, let's get that out of the way. You haven't been to child support court?
Yes, I have.
And did they give you a judgment?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, how much is the judgment for?
$10,296.
All right. All right, now let's get to the defamation.
He called the court in Crown Point and had told them that of someone else that I may have been sleeping with at the time.
At what time frame did he say you were sleeping with someone else?
May of 2003.
Okay, and do you have evidence of both? One, that he is the father, and two, that May of 2003, he defamed you regarding you sleeping with someone else?
No, the lady couldn't give me the records from the child support court, but I do have the birth certificate and the confirmation letter at birth that he signed. I also have pictures of him, of activities that he has.
Okay.
Been to school with my son.
Sir, Xavier Bradley has your name as the father, sir, and so there's a presumption when the alleged father has signed the birth certificate that that is the case. However, you can overcome that presumption with your own evidence. Have you taken a DNA test?
Yes.
Have you taken it with us today?
Yes.
All right, good. And we'll be able to determine this now. What about alleging that she was sleeping with someone else in May of 2003?
We have mutual friends. This is the reason why I have doubts that I really don't have any doubts.
Go ahead. You say the reason you have doubts is why.
I mean, it's not really that. Like I said, like I explained to her, I'm the only father that he knows, and I'm going to be in his life whether the DNA proves that I'm not his father or not. I'm still going to take care of him.
That's good to know. You're an honorable man. With regard to you alleging that she was sleeping with someone else, did that happen? Were you stating it as a fact, or were you stating it as your opinion?
Well, like I said, we had a couple of mutual friends that was stating that he looked like a guy she was dating.
Okay. So you weren't saying it with the intention of harming her reputation.
No.
Sounds like he was being told that, and so he was concerned that that might be the case. So let me get the paternity test and we'll see. Any of your witnesses want to speak?
I would like for my
Ma'am?
witness.
Come on now. State your name.
Shalonda Jones.
Okay, what do you want to tell me?
I just been knowing X and Keisha throughout the whole relationship, and I can say X has been a stand-up guy, but he has had intervals where he has not worked. And when Keisha needed him the most, he walked out on their relationship.
Tell me what
She's
you mean.
had medical problems, rheumatoid arthritis.
Walked out?
He
how?
left her. He
Why?
left her. He got a job. He moved on, got another
there a
girlfriend or
reason?
whatever. They had problems. He
Okay.
got tired of taking care of the kids while she was sick and ill. He left her, walked out. Then he lost his job. He
All
needed
right.
a place to stay. When he lost his job, she got a settlement from Social Security. He came back.
All right. Typical relationship issues
Yes.
regarding finances. Good enough. Your witness want to speak? State your name.
My name's Tawana
What do you
White.
want to tell me?
Xavier and I has been together ever since May of this year. What I want to say is Xavier never denied.
You don't know anything. You just got with him May of this year. Come on, sit back there. You don't know nothing. This goes
Well,
back
what he
to
told
May of
me-
This goes back to May of 03. You just got off the boat, or on the boat, one or the other. All right, so what we have here, ma'am, is you are suing him, alleging that he owes $10,000 as the child support court ordered, because he did sign the birth certificate saying that he was the father, even though he is unsure. He says even if the child is not legally his, and you have misled him, if that's the case, and I don't know if you have or not, but even if you have misled him about being the father, he's willing to be a stand-up guy and stay in the child's life. So we're going to see if you misled him. And as it turns out, the child is not his.
Wow. Wow. Whoa.
So your claim is dismissed. Sir, I recommend if you want to make any adjustments, you certainly need to adjust this child support order. Go back to the same court, the family court, and take another DNA test or take that which I have given you as evidence. And I'm sure this child support order will be dismissed. And who knows what else. You might even get some of the money you've paid over the years back. All right? Not only has he not defamed you, sounds like you may have been a little defamatory yourself. Have a good day.
I apologize to Xavier for this. I apologize.
Just want to see my son.
If he wants to see him, it's up to him.
Yes.